Hello everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video I have the #1 controller settings for the best aim, best graphics, best audio, even though I can barely hear anything in the game. If you're back on the game after months of not playing and you want to import your settings from BO6 to BO7 Warzone, then I have the settings that you need. I have what you need today in this tutorial video. So let's jump straight into the video. There's some things that changed in BO7 that wasn't in BO6. We have new movement, new settings that you have to implement in this one.
Bro.
So the first thing I want to go to is your graphic settings, right? Now we all know the previous graphic settings that you used to have. Just copy these settings right here. Copy all these settings. For efficiency right here, leave this at low consumption. I leave that at low consumption, so you can too. Go back in here. So copy all these. I don't even want to waste any time. So unlimited right here. Copy these settings here for the quality. Custom quality. Ensure that your render resolution is at 100%. Ensure that this is at 100. Your dynamic resolution off. Upscaling and sharpening. We all know that you need fidelity as cast. And your cast strength, leave this at 80. Copy all of these settings. Your VRAM scale target, leave this at 75, and copy the rest of these settings right here. You don't need to have any high settings in the game, just very low settings. For some settings you can have them at medium. On demand, I leave this at minimal. Save the rest of these settings right here, and for the view, apply those. 120 FPS for sure. Effective field of view, and ensure that this is wide. When I just started the game, these settings were reset. So copy these settings right here and you should be good. Right now for the controller settings, this is where I want to show you the new things that happened in the game. Now if you're playing the game now, the sweet spot to play is 1.60. if you have a decent controller, I have a regular controller, so I use 1.65, 1.6 to 1.7 is the sweet spot. The next thing that you want to do is turn off your controller vibrations, as we know, and for trigger effects, keep this off. Then for your dead zone inputs, it's not that different than the previous BO6 settings. So for left stick min, you can keep this at 1, or you can have that at 0. Left stick max 65, right stick minimum 1, and your right stick max at 90. Your left trigger and right trigger, keep this at 0. Now for your aiming, you need to ensure that your ADS sensitivity multiplier is at 0.90. This is something that no streamer is really showing you. Ensure that this is at 90, even your focus, because you don't want it to change when you aim down sight. So 0.90 is the way to go. Advanced aiming settings, ensure that you have your ADS sensitivity transition time into instant right here. It was at gradual before, you have to have this at instant. Your aiming curve, ensure that this is dynamic. Some persons change this to 90. I leave this at 1 for now. I'm gonna do some testing so that you can see what you need to do. Your custom sensitivity per zoom, turn this off. You don't want to edit all of this right now. Just leave this off for now. Now for movement, now tactical sprint has changed in the game. Now you have a new thing in the game as well, rolling. So mountaineer, sprint perk, those perks are overpowered in the game right now. So ensure that you have tactical sprint assist on. Copy the rest of these settings. Some persons have corner slice on. You don't necessarily need corner slice, but hey, slide dive behavior. Now if you're a person that doesn't like diving in the game and it messes up your movement sometimes and it makes you get killed sometimes, then don't use hybrid, use tap to slide. So you can just slide. But if you're a very good experienced player, then hybrid is the way to go. The next thing that you want is to have your airborne mantle off, sprint restore on. Copy these settings, and then your parachute automatic behavior. So keep this off if you want to just dive down in game and just open your parachute whenever. Now tap to slide, there's a new movement in the game, tap to roll, but tap to slide is still the way to go if you want to compete. For the advanced, movement settings, just copy these settings right here. Ground mantle off, single tap sprint. Some persons use double tap sprint if they have a buttons on the back of their controllers. I don't. I use bumper jumper tactical flip to play, so I use single tap sprint. And then for the combat settings, ensure that you copy all of these. Prioritize body shields. You don't want to like prioritize finishing moves, because you don't want to finish move someone if you don't have any ammo, you're trying to punch them on the ground. Body shields, and then scroll down, apply all for your armor plates, and then copy these settings right here. For the combat advanced settings, copy these settings, bro. Prioritize interact is the way to go. If you have tap to reload, tap to interact, no, prioritize interact. So that's it for combat settings. Now for your audio settings. Now the audio in the game is shit. Let me just be straightforward with you guys. So effects volumes, ensure that you have this at 100, dialogue volume at 10 or 13 depending on the headphones you have, and the mic, and everything else at 0. I don't know if you like to hear the sound in the game. Here, copy these settings right here. Audio mix, I like mine at 3R mix. It's the best one that I see. I'm gonna play with these and then let you guys know again with another video which one is the best one to use. I'm just gonna play around with the settings so that you guys can see it. And everything else, leave this as is. Your voice chat 25. I don't know if you guys use proxy chat. Sometimes I do, to see where persons are, because I play in Discord. So if you have Discord, proxy chat is the way to go, and then you can copy the rest of these settings right here. Now for interface, people, go over to interface, go over to readability. If you want to see your FPS count and all of that, you should toggle this in telemetry. But for readability, please ensure that you go to color customization and change your color filter to 3. You have your regular colors, and then select both for your color filter target, and then ensure that you bump these up to 100%. This will change how your game looks. Before, persons might have dull games, the color looks like dog doo-doo. Just change it to 100% and it will look much better in game, because your eyes have to adjust now because it's a new game. So ensure that you have the best settings. All right, and then for your gameplay HUD, copy these settings right here. I turn the crosshair that's on and make it a bit larger, not too large. You can even change the opacity, the color, all of that right here. Now if you want to bring over your previous settings from BO6 to BO7, all you need to do is go to settings, accounts and network, and then select import settings. Now this will import your previous BO6 settings to BO7, so you don't have to run through a bunch of new settings, but the finer details in the settings that you didn't have before, like you didn't have roll, you didn't have certain sensitivity multipliers, then you can come back and change it right here. So that's it for the video. These are the best settings that you need for BO7 right now, and it works. Look at my game, look at how my game looks. I hope this video works for you. If it worked, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.